Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, very good. Because before we working together, so I know him for the kitchen and what he do, and it's more like a pleasure to see the evolution of him, what he doing, and what I'm doing also on my restaurant. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's definitely not a competition. It's more like we are more like complementary. When we come with an idea or something and we talk about it, it's more like how you see that and how we can cook this product. But we settled two very different concepts in Singapore. So it's very classic fine dining restaurants, and Ma Cuisine is more gastro wine bar. So I think it's very interesting for Singapore scene to have more and more different concepts.
The restaurant Ma Cuisine is more, example, let's say more casual, but with beautiful food also, as can say fine dining, because they have 1 Michelin star. Working with Mr. Robuchon is, I think, is unique experience, because Mr. Robuchon, I feel, is someone who know very well the gastronomy and the offer of restaurant for customers. So for me, it was just unique these 9 years, and is where I meet Mathieu, and I think for you also, when you come La Grande Maison, I think it's like a tremplin. It's a tremplin for the career.
Yeah, for me, he was one of the most demanding chefs I ever worked with. So he was very, very precise on all the steps, from the picking of the ingredients and then the elaboration of the recipe, even for just a simple jus or whatever. Every details in the plates were
Precision.
not left over. It was just like everything must have to be perfect. So it was definitely an amazing experience, and I think in our DNAs of our cooking right now, he is a big part of it.
And it's importantly to keep this DNA, what he learned. I think it will be something very simple, very focused on the product, very fresh vegetable. Example, actually, Mathieu and me, we are using a fresh petit pois. Is from one producer in Provence. Is an example. Mathieu and me, we are really on admiration when this product coming, and sometimes when you have this kind of product, you don't really need to do too many things. You just have to take the product, and maybe if we do something, it will be.
It's definitely based on amazing ingredients, because our vision about food is about cooking is not about making something new or modern. It's more about to respect what the producers wanted to create at first,
just to continue the process.
Yeah,
continue the process
just
of
the natural process.
For our restaurant, the best is a wine. And of course, wine is a beautiful complementary for the food, and I think sometimes the food is also a complementary for the wine.
For me, it's wine, definitely wine. It really creates a special atmosphere when you're around the table and you drink a little bit of wine with your friends. You are more relaxed and you can appreciate more the food and the atmosphere, everything. And
right now, people also, they are more looking for wine. The knowledge is, and in Asia, the knowledge of wine now is very big.
Improving, and I think it's a fantastic world to discover. So, from very cheap bottles to $1,000 bottles.
Yeah, no need to. Yeah, some small wine can make a
definitely
very beautiful dinner. What is your one lesson, Mathieu?
I think it's Joël Robuchon that taught me that, because he was very humble towards his creativity and food. He was never showing off or whatever. He was always keep it simple. He was very demanding, but at the same time, he was very, very humble person. So I will keep that in mind, just to cook what I am and not what I should do, and I don't follow trends. He was a very good guy because he never fell into the modern cuisine like molecular trends, because it was very strong in Europe at the time. So he could say, "Oh, we must do it" or whatever, but he said, "No, we keep on our path."
Yeah, same as you say. I think the lesson of Mr. Robuchon is importantly just respect the product cooking, and example, if you're cooking 1 carrots, you need to serve 1 carrot on a plate. And I think, example, the cooking lesson we receive from Mr. Robuchon, but also I was working with Eric Fréchon before, with the same spirit I feel is, I think this cooking and this classic French cooking is timeless. Maybe I will be not here 200 years later, but I'm 99% sure you will still eating a roasted chicken, you will still eating, example, a Dover sole meunière. It's timeless, this cooking, and it's sometimes you go far a bit something, but at the end you always come back to this kind of food, and it's the one I like to eat. So yeah. Yeah, the kitchen is always moving. Example, 2 years ago, I think, and I feel the Spanish food was a bit elevated because Spanish food, what is it? Is a very fresh food, just like a tapas, just cooking à la minute. So yeah, every generation, of course, the culinary offer is moving. But to come back at what I said before is, most importantly, is the simple food and is what customers want to eat every day. Because
it was hard for French food because it was the only food that was codified and with strong base and everything written on big books. So when you became a chef 100 years ago, you open those books and you follow the recipes and after step by step people started to open their minds. And I think new generation like us, we have this base, of course, this strong base, but we also think about how the products are raised, how they are caught, to make sure that it's not with chemicals or it's organic. The techniques evolves, of course, with also with the molecular cuisine, of course, because before basically the siphon for chantilly was used by Ferran Adria, and then we can use this kind of techniques, which is very good sometimes. It's definitely lighter than before, less salt, less sugar, and the vegetables. Before they were only side dishes. Now it's sometimes become very the focus for a recipe, which never happened before. So I think it's the best year of French cooking is yet to come. Yeah, it's yet to
the seasonality is coming back. Because seasonality is something very importantly, because example, petit pois, you cannot eat in winter. So all the products have seasonality, and if you follow the seasonality, the ingredient is just amazing.
At its best.
Yeah, at its best moment, at the best season, and at the best for cooking. So yeah, I think the future of the French cooking is seasonality, less salt, as you say, less sugar, and respect the product, respect also the environment, and let's have a good food.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.